United Nations interim forces in Lebanon survived the Security Council's vote, but for the last time. UAE's Edge Group is expanding in Latin America and in Europe. Normalization between Gulf states and Israel gets a new blow. And Breaking Defense sat with Turkish firm Aselsan CEO, who spoke about ambitions beyond the Middle East. Marhaba, and welcome to this new episode of the Middle East Defense Digest. I'm Agnes Hello, the Middle East Bureau Chief for Breaking Defense, and it has been very busy lately from a strategic and an industrial perspective. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video so you won't miss an episode. Security Council has renewed the mandate of the United Nations Interim Forces in Lebanon, the UNIFIL, for 16 months, but for the final and last time. This renewal comes for the first time after a ceasefire agreement between Lebanon and Israel and after 47 years of the peacekeepers' mission in Lebanon. The Lebanese government, backed by France, have been urging to renew the mandate of the UNIFIL while Israel has been rejecting it. And the US said that the Lebanese armed forces are the answer to Lebanon's issues and not the UNIFIL. Meanwhile, the Lebanese government has put into effect a plan proposed by the left, the Lebanese armed forces, to disarm all armed groups in the country, including Iran-backed Hezbollah and Palestinian groups, hence expanding the left's mission throughout the country's territory in order to execute the state's monopoly on weapons. UAE's state-owned defense giant Edge Group is expanding in Latin America and in Europe. In Latin America, the firm inaugurated a 6,000-meter square headquarters for its subsidiary SEAT, along with new production facilities to boost its research and development as well as production capabilities. SEAT is a smart weapons developer and producer. It also produces anti-ship missiles as well as coastal surveillance and maritime security systems. Also, in Europe, Edge Group has inaugurated new headquarters for another subsidiary, Anavia, and specifically in Switzerland. Anavia is a rotary-wing unmanned aerial systems developer and specialist. Edge Group holds more than half shares in Anavia as well as SEAT. On September 9th, Israel has attacked a Hamas meeting in Doha, Qatar, marking the first airstrike on an Arabian Gulf state. Experts told Breaking Defense that this airstrike does not only impede any hostage negotiations, but it also throws wrench in normalization efforts between Gulf states and Israel. Before the end of the first term of the US President Donald Trump, he succeeded in sealing Abraham Accords between the United Arab Emirates, Morocco, and Bahrain from one side and Israel from the other side. Experts see that after the latest strike, normalization efforts will be further delayed, and especially with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Qatar, a small country in the Gulf, hosts a large U.S. military base, Al Udeid Air Base, and is a major non-NATO U.S. ally, is the only Arab state that was attacked by the two rivals, Iran and Israel, in less than 4 months. Turkish electronics giant Aselsan has made the headlines on its 50th anniversary, where it unveiled a number of land and naval systems and had new additions to its air and missile defense concept, the Steel Dome. At IDEF, the defense expo that took place in Istanbul, I sat with the company's CEO, Ahmet Akyol, who told us about the company's ambitions beyond the Middle East.
We know missiles. We know guidance kits. We know electronic warfare, how to eliminate systems. So these parts are not stable. So defense should be dynamic. So I cannot say this is the time we will finish this project, but I can say the number of units we are delivering at the same time in this year in Steel Dome is double times higher when we compare to previous years. So we have got huge investments and we will have more following years. And also where there are many countries, alliance countries, including NATO, European countries, other allies, Gulf region, Asia, they have huge demands when we are trying to meet their requirements and we are trying to deliver systems to allies also. So not for only Turkey, but for also our allies.
Aselsan sealed a major deal with the Turkish Secretariat of Defense Industries, SSB, worth $1.9 billion to equip the Turkish armed forces with air defense systems. It also got a new investment worth $1.5 billion for building large facilities for steel dome production. The new facility is expected to double the production rate of components.
There are many countries, alliance countries, including NATO, European countries, other allies, Gulf region, Asia. We are trying to meet their requirements and we are trying to deliver systems to allies also. So not for only Turkey, but for also our allies.
The Ankara headquartered firm eyes to expand its export map, not only to the Middle East and Gulf states, but also to European states, offering them joint production.
We are very open to co-development and co-production. If there is push from the governments to make these systems as soon as possible, so this Turkey and Aselsan could an advantage for European companies. In this exhibition, we signed an initial an agreement, teaming agreement, I think, with the PSG company, for example, for European and the international market. Also, we have some agreement with some other companies. This is the idea for joint efforts. We believe it, and Turkey has very deep experience in the warfare battlefield. These are proven technologies. We have a very active armed forces, so it could be helpful for Europe and European companies to have joint projects with Turkey. It could be beneficial for both sides.
And that's it for this episode of the Middle East Defense Digest. Stay tuned for the next episodes of the show and don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Shukran.